It's going to be Vor, aka Vorti, versus KapyO. And the first map is going to be Dante's Peak. So here we go. This is the Altitude Nation Wars. Huge props to them. Major shout out to Nimbly Games. Everybody go check out altitudegame.com. So spawning as the blue Terran in the bottom left, we do have Vorti, representing his team Hungary. Yet another SAS member, yet another Hungarian. And in the bottom right, we have the yellow Zerg, KapyO, who recently played a series against Gotunk in the UAD show matches, as I said. Didn't win, but you know, I mean, I think he said he's like B- high or something, and I think Vorti's somewhere around there, maybe like B-ish. I am actually not 100% sure. So this should be a pretty nice game, a TVZ. I believe this is actually the first TVZ of the night. Is that correct? I think it is. So that's good. That's always good. Have a little bit of variety. So let me do the positions. Alright, perfect. Is that correct? I believe it is. And KapyO will be scouting in the right direction with his Overlord, so that's nice for him. Meanwhile, Vorti looks like he's going for a wall here. I don't know if you can actually make a tight wall on this map. This is Dante's Peak once again. With this positioning, I don't think you can. Perhaps like barracks here, depot on top. There will be a gap between the depots. But perhaps he's going for some kind of tech build. That is usually what a wall indicates in this matchup. And we're going to have a 12 hatch from KapyO. It's going to be just fine. There it is. Oh, there it is. Man, my throat is drying up. How do you think about this? Maybe I should make like some warm honey water. I love warm honey water, and it's pretty good for the throat. So we do have a gas for Vor, aka Vorti. Oh no, he actually did call himself Vorti here. Okay. He's just trolling us. He's just trolling me in the rep. Oh, I think Brood War tried to actually just cut off the name or something. So that's actually my bad. All right, I'm gonna fix it. He's actually Vorti. So he is Vorti. Good. All right. Whoopsie daisies. I'm sorry, guys. Brood War Charge just completely trolled me. Anyway, we do have a drone scout moving out, but the Overlord's gonna see the wall shortly, so he's gonna pull that back. And what the heck? Vorti going for a gas steal here. Oh man, he's got some devilish plan cooked up for this game. Tech into gas steal. And now the Overlord sees the wall, he's going to move away. He probably suspects something fishy is going on because this is not an everyday occurrence in this matchup. I would go so far as to say that this is in fact uncommon in TVZ. Hopefully some Gosu Zergs and Terrans will agree with me. So I mean, this kind of forced KapyO into 3 hatch. I think it was 3 hatching anyway. And it's just going to take his natural gas. So this is not... It's not particularly effective. You know, it's kind of like gas stealing a 12 next. It's not... doesn't usually do anything. But... I guess we'll see how he follows this up. And yeah, look, there it's cancelled. Look, see, even KapyO's like, kinda useless, huh? Huh? And Vorti makes a happy face. He's laughing. He's like, yep, I don't know why I did it. It was a moment of foolishness. It's like kind of like those days or like those, you know, those parties where you get a little bit too drunk and you do something that you kind of regret the morning after. That's basically what this was. Vorti got a little bit drunk. He made a refinery where he shouldn't have, and you know, now it's the morning after, and he's like, ugh, maybe I shouldn't have done that. You know, that girl was a little bit prettier when I was drunk. Anyways, we are gonna have a fast starport here, but it's not a 2-port. It's gonna be a 1-port something. The chat in the beginning suggested this is the second game and not the first game. Hey, Bakuryu, Awa didn't yell at me this time, so I'm just assuming this is fine. So we do have a Hydra Den. KapyO does know that this is mech. Oh, can he catch the vulture? Ah, Borucha! Oh my god! Somebody needs to email Vorti a vulture micromap. Somebody please, just like for the good of Terrans, just somebody just send him a vulture micromap, because you should not be losing a vulture to slowlings. I mean, obviously he wasn't paying attention there, But, you know, come on. Come on! Come on, vorti. Come on. Alright. So, it's actually... Okay, he's building a Wraith, he's building a second factory, and he's building an armory. It's gonna be some kind of weird build here. Anyway. Doop-a-doop-a-doo, Hydra speed. Sunken's in a nice position. He's got a second gas. I think KapyO's just fine. Absolutely fine. He's got an Overlord checking this out. He's going to lose it to a Wraith, unfortunately. He's got a drone hiding in the top left. That's a little bit curious. And he's got a random Overlord in the top right. So, there's an Overlord. That's okay. There's a control tower now and Charon boosters. Is he going to get a Valkyrie? Or a dropship? A dropship would make more sense, I think. Valkyrie would make 0 sense because there's not going to be any air. Valkyrie would be terrible. Okay, it's not going to be a Valkyrie. It's not going to be a Valkyrie. I mean, that would be cool, but it's not going to be a Valkyrie. He's going to go look for the second Overlord right now. Is he actually? He's actually just flying straight towards it. Wow. Wow, that Wraith, man. That Wraith, he had his scanners on full power. Look at KapyO. KapyO's like, Raffle, how did you see that, man? What the heck? Look, even the Marines coming to help out. And apparently, he's not going to make anything. Okay, you know what I think happened here? I think vorti just made that in case there were mutas. Like, if KapyO was going for some kind of crazy 2-hatch muta all-in, he was afraid that he wouldn't have enough Goliaths in time, and as you can see, he didn't actually make an engineering bay. So he got the control tower for safety. So he says, if I go in with my Wraith and I see a Spire and mutas coming, then I make a Valkyrie. But if I don't, then it doesn't matter. You know, I spent 50-50 on the control tower, but it's not a huge deal. And I don't actually have to commit. And I think that's actually a good decision, because look at this, because the trade-off then is he spent 50-50 for a control tower, but he saved 125 minerals from the engineering bay. So overall, he spent a little bit extra gas, but saved some minerals. I think that's fine. And, you know, he can still use the control tower, that thing later for a dropship or whatever if he wants. And it'll also help if KapyO doesn't, in fact, go for mutas eventually. Anyway. I believe this Marine killed that drone. Looks like it did. So KapyO's just going to take the 3 o'clock instead, and moving out with a decent number of Hydras, but that's a lot of Goliaths. And we do have siege mode, but no siege tank. vorti actually might just be going for a huge one-base all-in right now. And oh no, KapyO's moving in, but that's not a good position to move up. Yeah, wow, he's going to see a lot of Goliaths, he's going to run away. But I don't know. I think KapyO's going to have enough stuff to survive now. I think vorti might have just missed his timing or something, because I don't know what he's going to do now. No, he is actually building a command center, but I mean, KapyO's going to have 3 bases up before that command center is even finished. And I would definitely give the advantage to KapyO right now. Interestingly, the supplies are dead even. Oh, no, not anymore. 55 against 57 for KapyO. So I'm not really understanding this build from vorti. He's got a really late command center and a lot of units, but he's not really doing a push, and he doesn't really have enough to like do an all-in attack. And obviously he's making a command center, so it's like, not really sure. Anyway, KapyO's pulled back a little bit. I mean, I would leave a few units down here, kind of like in PvT. You know, you leave Dragoons at the bottom of the ramp just so it takes Terran a little bit longer to move out and take his expansion. But it's not a huge deal. I mean, siege tanks are out already, so vorti would be able to take that pretty quickly anyway. So third base is finished. No drones being sent over just yet. I like this relatively quick +1. Actually, I don't know if I'd say that's relatively quick. I think it's a good +1 timing. Interestingly, look at this. vorti is leaving like a gap on the left side of the base. I don't know why. I don't know why he doesn't build these flush against the side of the map. I really can't think of a good reason. I mean, some people might argue that you can move units back there easier, but do you really need to move like a whole army on the left edge of the map? Like, I don't know. Anyway. A lot of Hydras are out. The expansion is being taken for Vorti, so it looks like we might actually just go into a long game here. Yeah, I mean, you know, when turn goes for mech, he's not going to be able to push out for a little bit. He's going to have to mass up a decent number of units to make it really effective. But it looks like he will be going for a drop here, with 2 Marines and 3 Goliaths, an interesting combination. I mean, the Marines are not going to be too useful anymore, especially without any upgrades, so might as well just throw those in a dropship. Looks like a few Overlords wander too far out due to the rally points. And by the way, just look at the minimap. Look at this spread of Hydras. This is very nice. So as soon as Vorti moves out, KapyO can just box everything and just attack, and they'll all make a nice arc here outside of the natural. So that's nice. That's nice positioning. Nice planning ahead, strategical positioning, shall we say? But there is a drop going into the base. How good is the reaction time of Vorti, or sorry, of KapyO rather? It looks like pretty good. He's going to lose 4 drones. Plus an Overlord probably. And oh, look at this timing. That's actually perfectly timed to see those mutas come out. I don't think that was intentional, but it's going to be very nice. Meanwhile, though, KapyO actually overreacting a lot. Look at this. He just brought back 3 control groups of Hydras to kill 3 Goliaths and 2 Marines. Like, is that really necessary? Do you actually need 30 Hydras to kill this? I don't think so, dude. I don't think you actually need that many Hydras to kill this. And oh, he's gonna snipe the dropship on the way back though, so that's quite nice. But that's definitely overkill. In the meantime, we do have some spotting. A random turret on the edge here. He's building some turrets now in his base, gonna defend those Mutar. He's got a lot of Goliaths and a floating barracks to spot above this cliff, so he's pretty nicely defended. But you see, my problem with pulling all your units back like that is that a lot of times that kind of drop will be a distraction to actually cause you to pull back too many units, and then while you only have like 10 Hydras left at the front, then the Terran moves out, and all your your nice arc that you had before is just not there anymore, so the Terran's free to push out of his base. Of course, this time it didn't happen, but that is the danger, so it's very... You gotta be careful when you do that. But it looks like KapyO is just going for the attack here. I don't think that's a good idea. Oh my god, this is not a good idea. There's 4 siege tanks there. KapyO, what are you doing? Oh my god, KapyO, that's not a good idea. No, KapyO. Oh no, KapyO. It's gonna be close though. He's taking out most of the siege tanks, but he's gonna lose everything. Oh god, wait, he actually killed a lot of SCVs. He actually killed a lot of SCVs, but I don't think that was a good idea. Oh my god. Okay, 46 supply left for Vorti against 58 for KapyO. KapyO still has... He still has a supply lead. He's getting a 4th base. And he killed a lot of SCVs. Oh my god, wait a minute. Vorti has like no SCVs. I think KapyO is actually in a fantastic position. Actually, that attack might have been completely worth it. In hindsight, Vorti has no SCVs and no army. Wow. I mean, he attacked into a choke with tanks sieged and Goliaths in an arc, and yet he still managed to make it okay. I actually don't understand how that happened. But, I guess we'll see here. I mean, the supplies have kind of evened up 70 to... Well, no, not really. 60 for Vorti. And only 2 siege tanks left. And 3 factories. He's made another dropship. He's getting a science facility. That's actually quite fast. I don't think you usually get it that fast when you're meching. It's just not particularly necessary. Did he miss load here? He only loaded 2 Goliaths.